we are definitely here at SeaWorld Orlando. We're here for the food festival.
Yeah, I think it's called like the Seven Seas Food Festival or something like that.
Something like that. We're gonna eat a lot of food today because we are starving. So yeah, let's check it out. We're on our way to go see the manatees. Up above us is Manta. It's about to drop in. Let's check it out. We decided to stop and check out the gators, the very tiny gators. Look at him. He's so tiny. And there's another one over there. There's another one here. Oh, there's a few over there actually. We're over here near the Manatee Rehabilitation area, and I've never seen this back section here. I think we just totally missed it. And we're gonna go check it out. I think there's more manatees back there. There's some in here, but I've never been to this back area. Here there's a little dangers and what to do about the dangers. So boat strikes is one of the common accidents that manatees happen across. Cold stress, that's when it gets way too cold and they're caught out in the open. Their skin will literally, I don't know, Crystal, what happens to their skin?
As far as I remember, it gets sort of like a callousy type thing or something. You usually see it on their little fins, their clippers. And so it's what happens when they don't get from the bay back into the warm springs fast enough.
Entanglement with fishing lines, like, oh, that's a little gruesome. Yeah, so there's some simple solutions, you know, slow down, report injured manatees, recover fishing gear, and these simple solutions, they save lives. Okay, what is up here? Okay, so these are more manatees. It looks like these might be some of the injured manatees, because I see like a boat strike there on that one. Oh wow, this is just so cool. So we just heard from a SeaWorld trainer that this is indeed the manatee like hospital. All these manatees are sick or injured, and they're actually getting treatment here. So I mean, that's just really cool that SeaWorld takes in injured manatees and, you know, rehabilitates them. So right next to that tank is this other tank. So this might be the slightly healthier hospital area. And these guys are just booking it. They're moving so fast.
They have numbers written on them.
Little
white things where you can see like 36, 48. So I wonder what it is exactly that they're tracking them with those numbers on them.
Also, side note, I got my glasses back. In case you didn't know, my most recent pair broke, and Crystal ordered me a new pair of glasses, so yeah, I'm back to wearing my blue sunglasses. Alright, we are making our way to the pass holder lounge. Apparently, up there, you can get, you know, hard copies of your SeaWorld passes instead of paper passes. Apparently, the line to see the penguins is literally 45 minutes because the ride is not running right now. It's just crazy, that's way too long. We're now headed into the AP Lounge, which is located inside the Waterway Grill building. It'd be our first time visiting it. Usually the other times we've gotten here, it's been closed. They got free soda at the pass holder lounge and lots of seating, ample seating here. It's all socially distanced, which is nice. Our first stop is the Brazilian food booth. Okay, so the music's really loud. So we got the Brazilian cheese bread, and we got the pinchacha steak. I think that's how you say it correctly. And this is what it looks like. That looks like normal Brazilian cheese bread, so yeah, let's dig it. Okay, so we got the picanha steak, which is pretty good. I didn't like the cold vegetables that they served with it. And then we got the Brazilian cheese bread, which is pretty ordinary. It was okay. It wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst. It's good cheese bread though. Up next, we're at the sweets market. We're gonna get a Bananas Foster, and I'll show you how it looks in a second. So this is the Bananas Foster cheesecake.
In a waffle cone.
In a waffle cone that they have. And it looks pretty delicious, for size comparison, just so you can see the size of it. Let's dig in. My first thoughts is it's one of the best desserts SeaWorld has ever had. It's absolutely amazing. This is a must. It just tastes so good. Crystal's kind of, you know, hoarding it from me. She's not letting me take any bites from it. It is that good. It is absolutely delicious.
It is pretty darn good.
Up next is some Gold Coast market food. Let's see what they got. So we actually ended up getting the beignets. So these are the same style apparently as the ones at Busch Gardens Tampa. Let's dig in and see if they actually taste the same. Spoiler alert, they're not the same as Busch Gardens Tampa. Busch Gardens Tampa are so much better, and you get so much more. Busch Gardens Tampa we got like 6 or 7. Here we got 3. it's not worth it compared to Busch Gardens Tampa. But Busch Gardens Tampa, their food festival is ending on Tuesday, I believe. So sadly, we can't go back there for more of theirs. Here at the Mexico Pavilion, or not pavilion, food booth, I should say, they have drunken shrimp tostada, Mexican corn. They have one other item. Let's see if it's on this booth. They got beef barbacoa tacos. Ooh, they also have some like Mardi Gras-like characters interacting with guests over here. Looks like they're dancing and having a good time. A lot of dancing going on. A little icebreaker update. Here's what it looks like. They have been running trains on it, and so it'll probably open sometime this year in 2021. I'm very excited for this. Apparently it's going to be SeaWorld's first launched coaster, according to the sign, of course. It just looks like a fun time. They'll probably end up putting some netting over this walkway here, just to keep loose change and stuff from falling down onto guests. By the way, I forgot to show off the food pass lanyard. We have the pass holder lanyard, so we get 18 for the same price as 15. And the 15, I think, is like $75. So it is on the rather pricier side, but honestly, you get 18 food courses for $75. That's well worth it. Oh, look at it. There it goes. They're testing it. Wow, that coaster looks really fun. I'm excited for it to open. So we're over here in the lagoon, and we see this boat. And I'm wondering if this is like a real boat they use for maintenance, because it looks like it's full of water right now. And if so, how often do they have to drain it? Like, how many of these boats do they lose? Because there's like 2 inches of water, maybe 3 inches at the bottom of the boat right now. I wonder how much water it takes to make one of these sink to the bottom. For all I know, there's like 5 down there that they forgot to, you know, cover up from the rain. We're here walking by the lagoon, and Crystal found what looks like a dead fish in the water. Well, it doesn't look like it. It totally is a dead fish. You can see they're floating, but I had no idea there's fish this size in the lagoon. That's like a foot-long fish. Interesting. Okay, we're at the Caribbean market. We're gonna get their cracked conch, which is what this image is. We're stopping at the All-American section and getting to their lobster white cheddar mac and cheeses, and then we're gonna go inside with those and this. So I hope you're ready for this. It's gonna be a double food review. We have the lobster mac and cheese, and then we have the conch from the Caribbean market booth. Let's dig in and check this out. So I've had a bite or two, and it's pretty dang good. You actually taste the lobster in it. There's real pieces of lobster. And there's a good amount of mac and cheese here. This is well worth one of your punches on your food stamp card. Okay, so here's what the conch looks like. It's some sort of vegetable. I'm really not sure what's in it. That looks like a carrot there. But it's pretty dang good, actually. I'm pretty happy with this choice. And there's 3 too, so you have a good amount of food there. Okay, so we're slowly making our way to the exit. We're a little bit full now. Let's see what we can see on our way to the exit. It looks like Seaport Pizza is still closed. I don't think this has been open too much during COVID. Or at least during the food festival, since you know they have all the food. Why would people get pizza? Kind of interesting, they have the child here, Grogu. The plushie is here at SeaWorld Orlando. We started this morning with looking at Manta, and we're ending our trip while looking at Manta. all done here at SeaWorld Orlando, and I think my favorite meal of the day was the Bananas Foster's cheesecake. What about you?
Yeah, that was definitely the best tasting from the Seven Seas Food Festival here. So good. Conversely, I think the most disappointing was the beignets. And it doesn't matter which flavor you get because the beignet part itself was disappointing.
But yeah, Bananas Foster to me was amazing. There's some hit and misses there, but we'll be back because we still have 11 more of our food meals to go. So we're definitely looking forward to coming back and trying more of the food. See you then.
Bye.